Days of Our Lives Spoilers, Holly and Arianna's brewing rivalry, Doug's romantic dilemma, and Salem's next-generation love tangle. Holly has made it no secret that she cares deeply for Doug. Even when he tried to push her away, even when he fell into chaos, even when he insisted she'd be better off without him, Holly stayed. That devotion, however, may be put to the ultimate test now that whispers are growing louder about the return of Arianna Horton, Marissa Reyes. No longer the innocent girl from the past, but now a young woman with a sharp tongue, a daring heart, and a reputation for finding trouble. And it just so happens that she has her eyes on Doug. A battle for love. Holly versus Arianna. The stage is being set for an old-fashioned romantic rivalry that could echo Salem's greatest love stories. Holly, with her gentle heart and unwavering faith in Doug, will soon find herself in a fierce emotional tug-of-war with Arianna, a returning wild card who isn't afraid to play dirty. Arianna's re-entry into Salem is no mere family visit. She's returning with confidence, a plan, and most dangerously of all, a desire for revenge. Sources close to the show hint that Arianna's return is motivated by an unresolved past with the Horton family, and Doug might just be a convenient pawn in her emotional game. But what begins as strategy could turn into genuine affection, especially if she sees in Doug the kind of passionate intensity she's always craved. Holly, however, isn't giving up easily. She's been there through Doug's darkest moments. She knows the man behind the mistakes, behind the bravado. Her loyalty isn't just love, it's belief. And as Doug tries to do the right thing by distancing himself from her, fearing that he'll drag her into further trouble, he may find himself spiraling even more. So, who will win Doug's heart? The girl who's loved him through the storm, or the girl who storms in to claim him? Doug's inner struggle. Doug's heart is more conflicted than anyone realizes. While he cares for Holly, he carries a tremendous burden. The fear that his presence only brings her danger. It's why, in a heartbreaking decision, he leaves Holly behind at the Kiriakis' mansion and seeks shelter in a local homeless facility. It's not just a matter of survival, it's about protecting her from himself. But even from afar, Holly won't let go. She's never been one to sit back and let others dictate her future. With Arianna stirring up old insecurities and new drama, Holly may find herself fighting not just for Doug's love, but for his soul. And Doug, torn between two versions of love, one safe and familiar, one dangerous and electric, may be tempted to give in to the chaos once more. Meanwhile, across town, Tate, Sophia, and the paternity bombshell. While Holly is trying to navigate her future with Doug, she still hasn't let go of her past. Tate Black, Leo Howard, remains a sore subject, someone she once loved deeply and maybe still does. Their breakup was messy, filled with regrets and mischances. But unresolved feelings have a way of resurfacing, especially in a town like Salem. Enter Sophia Choi, Rachel Boyd, whose pregnancy has become a central source of gossip and speculation. Many assumed Tate was the father, but upcoming spoilers tease a seismic twist. Tate isn't the father after all. If true, this revelation will send shockwaves through Salem's younger generation, opening the door for Aaron Green, Louis Tomeo, who is rumored to be returning to town soon. The timeline lines up suspiciously with his potential involvement with Sophia. Could Aaron be the real father of Sophia's unborn child? Expect confrontation and emotional explosions as Aaron demands the truth, Sophia plays defense, and Tate is left heartbroken and betrayed. A path back to love? This upheaval could bring Holly and Tate back into each other's lives. With Tate's world crashing down, he may find solace in the one person who once knew how to soothe his wounds, Holly. And Holly, emotionally rattled by the fight for Doug's affection and perhaps disillusioned by his rejection, may seek comfort in Tate's arms once more. In a twisted but familiar twist of fate, the two may rediscover the connection they once had, not in a blaze of passion but in the quiet moments of shared pain. Doug and Arianna, a dangerous chemistry, but while Holly revisits the past, Doug may find himself lost in the present with Arianna. Despite his better judgment, he may be drawn to her rebellious streak, her blunt honesty, and her refusal to be anyone but herself. Some days insiders hint that Doug and Arianna will share several emotionally charged scenes that could evolve into something deeper. But can Doug really trust someone who thrives on manipulation? Or will Arianna surprise everyone by showing that there's more to her than drama? One thing is certain, Arianna has no intention of backing down. She's here to reclaim what she believes is hers, and if that includes Doug's heart, then so be it. Salem hasn't seen this level of fiery female rivalry since Sammy Brady and Nicole Walker locked horns. Arianna Horton returns to Salem, a new face, a new story, and a heart full of scars. Longtime viewers of Days of Our Lives will no doubt remember Arianna Horton, the daughter of Will Horton and Gabby Hernandez, a child caught in the crossfire of love, lies, and family conflict. Over the years, she faded from the screen, but time didn't stop. Arianna is now grown up and returning to Salem, not as a child, but as a young woman carrying the weight of a fractured past and a heart that has never fully healed. Bringing this complex, matured version of Arianna to life is rising young actress Marissa Reyes, a fresh face brimming with potential, ready to give Arianna a bold new voice while honoring the roots of the character. Arianna Horton, from a torn child to a wounded, strong woman. Arianna's childhood was far from simple. Torn between warring parents, caught in court battles and moments of chaos, and raised in the shadows of grief after losing her father, she never truly knew what stability felt like. Though the Horton family gave her love and protection, something always felt missing, a sense of home, of belonging. Now, as she returns to Salem, Arianna is no longer the obedient little girl people once knew. She's sharp, emotionally guarded, fiercely independent, and at times emotionally volatile. Life forced her to grow up faster than most, and that forged her into a young woman who protects her heart at all costs, even if that means hurting others first. But this isn't just a homecoming. Arianna's return is deliberate. She's come back for answers. She's come back for closure. And maybe, just maybe, she's come back for love. Marissa Reyes, a fresh new spirit for an old character. The role of the grown-up Arianna Horton is now in the hands of Marissa Reyes, a young actress whose previous appearances on teen drama series and independent films have already shown her potential. Though she's relatively new to daytime television, Reyes brings a vibrant, emotionally layered interpretation of Arianna that immediately sets her apart. Marissa balances strength with vulnerability, portraying Arianna as a woman with an iron exterior but a wounded core. In her very first scenes, viewers will see a soul torn between fighting for justice and protecting herself from further heartbreak. She also fits the role visually, old enough to bring real emotional gravitas, young enough to carry the uncertainties of someone still finding her place in the world. In many ways, Marissa is the perfect bridge between the sweet girl Arianna once was and the fiery woman she is now. Shaking up Salem. What does Arianna's return really mean? Arianna's return is already generating buzz in Salem and behind the scenes. This is no soft reintroduction. She's coming back to claim what she believes is hers, whether that's closure, truth, or someone's heart. Speculation is already flying about a love triangle involving Arianna, Doug Williams III, and Holly Jonas. While Holly has stood by Doug through thick and thin, Arianna's bold entrance could quickly turn things upside down. Arianna doesn't play by the rules. She's not afraid to ruffle feathers. And she certainly isn't going to walk away from a challenge, especially not one involving a man who intrigues her as much as Doug does. For longtime fans, this triangle may feel reminiscent of classic rivalries. Think Sammy Brady versus Nicole Walker, with a fresh twist from the next generation. The drama, heartbreak, and emotional games are just getting started. A new chapter begins. Arianna Horton is back. She's older, bolder, and far more complicated than ever before. With Marissa Reyes breathing new life into the character, fans should prepare for a wave of emotional storytelling, secrets unveiled, and fiery confrontations that will light up Salem once again. Will Arianna find peace in the town that once tore her family apart? Or will she become the storm that changes everything? Only time and the ever-unpredictable world of Days of Our Lives will tell. But one thing's for sure, this return is not a quiet one, and you won't want to miss a moment of what comes next.